So if you're in the self-storage business or thinking about getting in the self-storage business, I think one of the most important things is when someone searches on Google, you show up on the first page. Hello, my name's Mark Helm. I'm the author of Creating Wealth Through Self-Storage, and I'm the creator of the Self-Storage Quick Start Academy. I support small investors who want to get in the self-storage business or who want to grow their self-storage business, strategically do so in a way that creates true wealth and a fulfilling career. And nothing is more frustrating, nothing's more embarrassing when you're around your partners or your banker and you do a very relevant search for self-storage and you don't show up anywhere in Google. But in terms of finding new tenants to replace the normal churn of people that move out, and the last statistic I saw indicated that on average about 60% of self-storage space rotates in a 12-month period. And the place that the majority of people in today's world start their search is online, and most of the time it's Google. So if you're not showing up in the top of Google on the relevant searches, your property's pretty much irrelevant. But there's only room for a select few on the top of that page. So how do you become that? Now, no, this is not an episode on SEO. When we started this series on online marketing for the small investor, I don't know much about SEO, and frankly I find SEO very boring. So these episodes are on how to use paid advertising to show up and get tenants to walk in your door. So let's talk about pay-per-click in Google and how you can use that and create ads that have people show up at your facility to rent. Now again, I'm not an expert. I don't pretend to be an expert, but I just get really frustrated sometimes with the experts. They're very good at SEO, they create the websites, they put the meta tags in, and if you're like many of us in the self-storage business, you use an industry website provider that can also offer the SEO portion of their website as they create it and ongoingly. I have found those to be very good. It's the paid advertising that drives me crazy. So my coaching to you is learn how to do paid advertising. Even if you hire someone else to ultimately do it, don't ever just turn the marketing over of your facility to somebody else and let them design the strategy, design and create what is a win for you. No, you own it. It's your responsibility. You need to learn, in my opinion, how to do online advertising and what's involved in it. Even if ultimately you're not the one doing it, learn how to do it. That's my coaching. So let's talk about how to create Google ads that show up in Google and also pay-per-click. So the very first thing is, if you don't have a Google AdWords account, create one. Create one for each and every facility that you have. You can go to adwords.google.com and create your accounts. Just follow the very simple step-by-step. And just like in Facebook advertising series, I recommend you have a great offer, and I recommend you use landing pages. We do things a little bit different in Google than we do in Facebook, but I still like landing pages. So when people click on Google, they go to a landing page. A, I can track the effectiveness of the ad, and B, on a landing page, they only have one choice. They can either claim my offer or they can leave. So if they claim my offer, stuff begins to happen, and then they start having choices to make. But when they click the ad, all I want them to do is either claim it or go. I don't want them looking at all the pretty pictures and calculating how much storage they need. They'll do that later. So the second step is, before you even create your ad, create your landing page. Your landing page, just like Facebook, should be relevant to the ad, should have some of the same words in both of them. The landing page is probably going to have more images and more color than the Google ad will. But make sure that when someone goes from the Google ad to the landing page, it's primarily done with text, that they know they're in the right place. Now experiment with this. Where I'm trying to experiment with how do I get people to reserve a unit, and I'm doing it after they've claimed the discount coupon. In the follow-up emails, and also we're testing follow-up emails and follow-up landing pages, we're giving them another offer if they will at that moment reserve the unit. And if you have the capacity to rent online, try that, experiment, see which one works better. See if they just leave and quit, or if giving another offer to have them do it online would actually be effective. Experiment, play with it, test it. Once you have your offer, once you have your account, once you have your landing page, once you have your discount coupon, the last thing is to actually create the Google ad. Now, Google ads are very simple to use. When you go through your first campaign, Google will walk you through it, and you actually see the ad being created as you do the typing. As in all advertising, the headline has one job. The headline's job is to have somebody read the next sentence. The next sentence has one job. That's to have them continue reading. And ultimately combined, it's to make a click with the Google ad. You want them clicking, not scrolling down any further, not going anywhere else, just clicking and then claiming your discount or claiming your offer. Then you'll have the opportunity to assign a budget. What I recommend and usually do is I start with a lower budget. I will use $5, $10, $3, but I have enough money in there so it can begin to work. But start with the low budget, see which one's beginning to get some traction, then slowly begin to increase the ads that are getting some traction and getting some results. It's very easy. Google's awesome at giving you analytics. They'll give you more analytics than you ever need. But as you look at those analytics, you will begin to see which ads are working, which ones aren't. Increase the ones slowly that are working. Now the next thing that Google offers you are keywords. Now you have hit the jackpot here. Why? Because Google knows the keywords that people are using to search for storage online in your area. Look at those keywords. You'll be able to say more like this, and pick the keywords that they're recommending, and you'll end up with 15 or 20 awesome keywords. So when somebody's doing a search, your ad has a high probability of showing up at the top of that page for that search. Pick your location. Google will prompt you to pick your area and your location. Depending on the size of the market you're in, I very often like to do radiuses around facilities, 10-mile radiuses. You could also do city, the entire market, see which one's performing better. But typically, I want people who are in that area, who live or work in that 10-mile radius. Those are usually my customers, and those are the ones that I want to see the ads. Small markets use the entire market. And finally, put in your payment. Okay, so here we are at the Google AdWords Campaign Manager, and we're going to set up a campaign, and I have entitled it Self-Storage. And the very first thing is the network display set. So when you see, you want all features. In other words, you want it to show up no matter what type of Google ad display that they have. Next, you want it in the Google search network. You also want it in the display network. You want it in all devices. In other words, if somebody's viewing it from a computer, a pad, a phone, however, change device bid as adjustment. You want to allow Google to do their own bidding. Their algorithm is very good. You will have a daily limit or a monthly limit, but it will go from there. But their algorithm's very good at doing the bidding. Then, in terms of location, pick your town, pick your city, go by zip codes, just like we did in Facebook. Pick out the area and the location. You will also be able to exclude locations. So let's say you have two facilities in one area and you're running ads for both of them. You can exclude those areas from each other's ad sets. Maximize clicks, that's what you want to do. And then the budget. You can alter and change your budget as you go. Like I said in the last episode, I usually start low, see which ads are running well, then I will slowly begin to increase them. I won't go from $3 to $100. I'll go from 3 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and slowly deliver it up. Delivery method. Go with the standard optimized delivery of ads for right now. Then you can have a start date and an end date tied around when your discount coupons or discounts end. Now let's design the ad. You will have 2 lines for your headline. You want to be able to have your headline be catchy and relevant to someone who needs self-storage. Next, you want to have your landing page or your website. And then you'll be allowed one line of text that you can put on it. Next is keywords. And what's really great is that Google will give you a lot of suggestions on keywords. Pretty much go with their suggestions. If some of them are obviously irrelevant, remove them. But you will be able to see some initial suggestions they have. The ones that you think are relevant, you can click and get more of them. For this particular ad, these are the keywords that we're going. So when these get typed in, my budget will automatically bid and be displayed until my daily budget runs out. Audiences, again, this is who will see the ad. At this point, we're not going to be doing any remarketing. After you get some ads going, and when you have people who, let's say, claim your ad, claim your coupon, but don't go to your storage facility, you can then retarget them, have your ad placed in front of them again, and that will remind them. Now, perhaps life got in the way. They thought it would be a great idea to get there. They just haven't gotten there. And your retargeting ad will remind them that it's time to go. Then the last thing you'll do is enter in your credit card information and you are ready to go. And then enable the ad and start running it. Okay, I did a search, Extra Space Storage, Louisville, Kentucky, and you can see some of our ads are showing up in the top. And this is what it's all about. This is one of the 2 or 3 ads, and all I did was put in Extra Space Storage and then the market name, and there we are right at the top. This is a pay-per-click. This is where we want them to go, and that's how simple this can be. Now here's what I want to say to end this series. You are not a victim. I hear self-storage owners talk like victims when it comes to online marketing and online advertising, especially when I hear baby boomer owners. Now I can stand on my soapbox here because that's the tribe I'm in, it's the baby boomer, but you are not a victim. Learn the world of online marketing today. Even if you're not the one doing it, learn it so you can direct it, you can control it, you know what's involved in it, and when you start not getting the results that you want, you will know how to backtrack and where to go to find out where the breakdown's occurring and fix that breakdown or direct someone to fix that breakdown. And you no longer will have to just sit back and hope that someone that you're paying money to knows what they're doing. And believe me, you're going to pay that money whether you get the results you want or not. So you are not a victim. Learn this world of online advertising. Now, a few suggestions if you're going to run some campaigns, and I recommend running some, even if they're not effective. Run them, learn what's involved, learn how to do it. So here are some suggestions I have. First of all, start backwards. In your mind, lay your whole campaign out going backwards. The end result is someone's signing a lease at your facility. How did they get there? Holding a coupon. What is the offer? Where did they get the offer? They got the offer emailed to them from a landing page. Go all the way back. How did they get to the landing page? Well, they clicked something in an ad. What was the ad? Go backwards to the very beginning. If you lay it out that way, you will understand every single aspect of what's involved in online marketing and the campaigns. Second suggestion, don't always expect results. A lot of what you do online in terms of online marketing isn't going to produce results. In fact, the majority won't. Just take that on. But every time you run an ad, run a campaign, regardless of what the results are, you'll learn where the breakdown is. So for example, if you're not getting many results from the campaign, you backtrack, you see, okay, ads being clicked. I've got 3% are clicking the ad, which is good in the online world. Then you know that the ad's working. However, when they go to the landing page, only 5 or 6% are actually claiming the offer. So on a landing page, it should be probably between 20 and 40%. So that lets you know either A, something's not working on the landing page, text, image, whatever, or B, the offer isn't something that they want. So experiment with both, figure out where the breakdown is, fix it, try it again, and keep going. Don't expect it to work out of the gate. Rarely does that happen. And the third suggestion is when you start seeing results from a campaign or from a particular ad, slowly begin to scale it up. Now remember, in today's world, marketing self-storage online is an art. It's not a science, it's an art. And remember to experiment, remember to have fun with it, and remember, this is your business. At the end of the day, you are accountable for your business. And marketing online is such a critical part of today's self-storage business. Learn it, know it, direct it, or execute it. And remember, have fun learning this new skill. Self-storage is the greatest business on earth. And remember, if you can experiment and learn this new world of online marketing, when things turn, the economy changes, more square footage comes in your submarket, you're no longer going to be pulling 10, 20, 30 levers hoping something works. You'll be able to always be driving traffic into your facility. So thank you very much. My name's Mark Helm. I'm the author of Creating Wealth Through Self-Storage, and I'm the creator of the Storage World Analyzer, which is a phenomenal financial analysis tool we use every day to analyze self-storage facilities so we know which ones we want to make a run for, what the value is, what we can pay for them, and how they're going to perform once we put them in our portfolio. If you're not using it, I highly suggest you take a look at it at storageworldanalyzer.com and see if this is a tool that you could use that could support you in getting in this fantastic business. I look forward to seeing you soon. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what your successes are and your struggles are as you get in and grow your self-storage business. I'll talk to you later.